All right, thanks for joining us at Infinity Marketing, where we're talking about our favorite holiday ads. We've talked about a lot. We've talked about a couple of really powerful emotional spots. We've talked about some airline spots. We've talked about some boozy spots with Lagavulin. But what about the classics that didn't make the cut? All right, we all talked about some of the ones that we loved that were iconic. Curt, you even mentioned early on Coke and Santa Claus. I don't think people realize the revitalization that Coke played in the imagery of Santa Claus. Coca-Cola Bears was a huge spot. In fact, continues to be a landmark icon for them that ties in lots of fun and excitement into a low involvement product, something I don't have to think a lot about. But there's probably 30, 40 different alternatives within the space. So that's an interesting one. And then Hershey's Kisses came up to me because I always remember the Hershey Kisses Bells ad. And as a kid, it was a big deal to get different colors in the wrappers, considering now they've probably got more flavors than they do colors in those holiday wrappers. But what about some of those other spots that didn't quite make the cut for your favorite? So we'll go round robin. If you've got one and you would like to share it, let's hear it. So Curt, what about you?
I think, you can't talk about, holiday advertising, without bringing up the Budweiser Clydesdales. I mean, I know lately they've been running a lot of their spots as part of a Super Bowl buy, but it really started, and there's the one iconic spot that is, seared in my memory and probably millions of other folks is just the draft team, pulling a sleigh through the pure snow in a holiday song. I mean, it just, it's Budweiser, for goodness sake. But I mean, again, going back to the ability to draw emotions, about, kind of a average beer and make you feel that kind of affinity with that brand that's genius.
Yep, it is. Josh, Madison, anything?
The ones that really always stood out to me were Coke commercials. I don't know, something really strange happens. I mean, I drink Coke products fairly regularly. And it's nothing special. Maybe I choose a Sprite, maybe I get a Dr. Pepper, maybe I get a Coke. Who's to say? But at Christmas, something happens and they transform into a holiday drink for me. And it just doesn't feel like Christmas if I'm not enjoying a Coke. And no other soda's competing with that. I don't wake up on Christmas morning and be like, I have got to have a 7-Up. It just doesn't happen.
Nothing against 7-Up, which is a great...
Sure. The rest of the year, they're a contender. But on December 25th, I'm all in Coke, baby.
Love it. Madison, any thoughts? Any final holiday ads?
I definitely remember the jingle bell with the Hershey Kisses too. Sometimes like the most simple ads and commercials are the most impactful and the ones you always remember. So sometimes, the simple ones it's the way to go.
Absolutely.
Well, the other
appreciate it. Oh, Curt, you got a final thought. Hit us with it.
Okay, I was going to say, well, one of the other beauties of that is, not only, it probably cost them a decent amount to produce that commercial, but they run it year in and year out. And boy, they've got some mileage out of that one. And I think another one related to that is the M&M commercial with Santa, which I think that, I think they ran that thing as is from like the mid 90s and for almost 20 years. So, but it's, it all almost becomes part of the holiday experience. And when you can, create that magic for your brand, you're doing something.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one to bring up too, M&M's. It does feel like you're in the season when you start to see those commercials. So we just want to thank everybody for joining us for this fun conversation. If some of your favorite ads didn't make our list, let us know in the comments on social. Tag us with some of your favorite videos. Send them over to us. We'd love to add them onto this blog. And again, you'll be able to find all the links to the ads that we've talked about. So again, thank you, Josh, Madison, and Curt for joining us for this conversation. And look forward to doing this again soon. Thanks, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.